So let me ask you a question, guys. What kinds of things do you feel would make you a successful entrepreneur? And do you think you are ready to jump into entrepreneurship? Be thinking about those for a moment, guys. Hi, everybody. This is Donna Irvin, and welcome back to my Big Tip Friday. And today, you are going to discover three things you must know in order to be a successful entrepreneur. And I know the thing is, there is so much information out there, guys, on the internet, all over the place, and it can be very confusing and conflicting at times to decipher which is real and which is not. And especially when you're just starting out as an entrepreneur, because you want to get all this information, and sometimes that information is going to steer you the wrong way. So in order for you to succeed, you really need to be emotionally in tuned, okay? Let me say that again. Emotionally in tune to how you conduct yourself in your business. Now, if you're one of those people, and we all kind of tend to do this at times, okay? We get caught up in bad habits. We get caught up in spending most of our time on needless tasks that don't really get us anywhere to succeed in our business. Then, from there, you are not going to do well as an entrepreneur. If you allow those things to take place all the time, because we all have interruptions in our life from time to time, but if you allow that to take over, you are not going to be successful as an entrepreneur, and it's going to hold you back. Okay, and I know I've experienced this a lot of times, and to be honest with you guys, I still have those challenges today, because there's so many things going on in our lives, in everybody's lives, that if we let things take priority and take hold that shouldn't be, then we are not going to be successful. All right, so many of us start out not really knowing what to do, and everybody gets in that position where they're like, okay, I want to be an entrepreneur, but what the heck do I do? Where do I start? Okay. And you just kind of seem to go in circles, thinking to yourself, well, if I do this, or I can do that, and I can do this with no help. And, those kind of things really are not going to help you move forward. And I know I was, again, one of those people thinking, I can do it all by myself. I got this. I can do everything by myself. And the fact of the matter is, I will not be successful if I do all my business by myself, okay? I will not be successful. And that will be if you think that way too. So you've got to have help when starting out. And, you need to know, what I'm going to cover today is 3 things that you're going to need to know. And most of them are kind of a mindset thing, okay? So you need to know this from the start and get it fixated, get it firmly planted in that big skull of yours, right? Because, we have brains for a reason, so we need to definitely get that fixed in our mind. So what are they? Okay, number 1, guys, is talk is cheap. And I think I hear a bird going, cheap, 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 cheap. Literally, talk is cheap. And what do I mean by this? Well, there are 2 types of people, okay? There are talkers and there are doers. And, you don't want to come into entrepreneurship with a light heart. You don't want to sit there and talk a big game and of how successful you're going to become and let your ego get the best of you, okay? That's a talker. That's talkers. They're not going to do anything, okay? And when the real work begins with those people, they sit on the couch, they watch Jerry Springer, they wash soaps all day, and nothing gets done. Really? Talker, okay? So you want to be a doer. You want to get in there and you want to take action right away. You want to be a doer from the start, okay? If you start out talking a big game and saying to everyone, I'm an entrepreneur. Well, okay, that's great and all, but is that all you're going to do, is just boast that you're an entrepreneur? You really got to take action. So it's kind of a mindset thing. Talk is very cheap. So don't sit there and just if you're going to talk, you better walk the walk, okay? And number 2 is settling for mediocrity. In other words, stop accepting mediocrity, guys. Seriously, successful entrepreneurs do not accept that BS. And if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, You really need to learn to stop accepting mediocre relationships, stop accepting living below your standards and time wasters that kill your productivity, and and especially don't accept yourself as being a mediocre person. Okay, we're all extraordinary in our own minds. We all are extraordinary people, but we get sucked in to mediocrity and what society thinks we should say and do. Okay, I kind of think this applies as Henry Ford used to say, and I'm saying it word for word. Mediocrity is the worst enemy of prosperity. And really, it is so true. Okay, so just do not even accept mediocrity. And number 3, okay, is don't become a victim of your own circumstances. And what I mean by that is good, successful entrepreneurs, they don't sit there and throw pity parties of, oh, I'm the victim. Oh, you're to blame. Oh, cry me a river. Okay, I mean, seriously, guys, a lot of people will do that too. And who cares if someone said no to you? I mean, who cares if that client fell through or a deal fell through right away? It happens every day. Things fall through every day. Things go bad every single day, somewhere with someone, okay? Entrepreneurs, the difference between those people, again, and it goes back to the doers and the talkers, it goes back to the doers here. Entrepreneurs never give up. If they're a doer, they never give up despite fear of rejection, despite any of that stuff. They keep persisting forward. And guys, you need to start taking responsibility for your own crap, okay? And don't let your ego get in the way. I know it's hard sometimes, but we really cannot let that happen. You want to learn from your mistakes and adversities, and remember, you're not the victim, okay? You have control to change your circumstances, all right? And what I've learned and what I've seen just by observing people over time is if you don't change your circumstances, nothing's going to change. If you don't make a choice, the choice and decisions will make you. And that is so true, guys. I don't know how true. I mean, I don't know how else to say that. If you don't make a decision to be successful, the decision will make you. And a lot of the times, if you allow a decision to make you, it's going to affect your other people around you, and it's going to bring them down as well. Okay, how do I know this? Experience. Okay, so I know there's more than just these that really can hold us back. I mean, there's really a whole slew of things that can hold us back, but these I find, especially for people just starting out, are really big hurdles to kind of get over. So be thinking of that, and kind of try to think about the toxic habits that maybe you can start cutting out, so you can start propelling yourself forward and getting to be at a point in your business where you can start seeing success. So take some time right now, be honest with yourself, evaluate yourself, and let's learn to grow every single day, even if it's just a little bit of growth, just a little bit of growth. If you pile that on day after day, after a year's time, you're going to look back and you're going to say, wow, here was me a year ago, right? And here's me now. And notice how much you've grown, even just baby steps every day. Okay, guys, well, I hope this kind of helped. I really think that we tend to get caught up in too many things as we start out as an entrepreneur, and we let a lot of things hold us back. And I think that if we can start bringing these up forward, so you can see what's going on and kind of know these things, you can be aware, and then you can start to do something about it. Okay, everybody, well, I'm going to sign out now. You guys take care. Have a really good day, and I will talk to you on my next Big Tip Friday, which I'm going to give you just a little bit, before I go, just a little bit of tidbit of information here. Next week, I thought it would be really cool to talk about some meditation practices. There was somebody I've actually had a couple of requests about some meditation practices that we can do that'll kind of help with calming our nerves and reducing our stress. So I normally don't go into what I'm going to do next week, but I thought to keep you guys in the queue here. Okay, well, look forward to next week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.